Hello, Peacock Nation. Welcome to the November 11th edition of Peacock Talk. I'm Donnie Kendall.
And I'm Jamina Sorman. In recent national news, Donald Trump was elected President of the United States this past Tuesday evening, winning over Democratic nominee Hillary Clinton. We would like to congratulate all four candidates on the ballot. Trump will be sworn into office on Friday, January 20th in 2017.
In recent news, Colegrove Walker officially closed its doors last week. The building has been a staple on campus for math classes over the decades. Taylor Holt and I found out why it is closed and the history of the building.
I'm here in the recently closed Colegrove Walker Hall here on the Fayette campus, and over its 5 decades of use, it's seen a lot of things come through its doors. CW opened its doors in the mid to late 50s. We're in a classroom right now where you could have taken a variety of classes ranging from geometry, biology, and even literature. We sat down with Upper Iowa professor Evan Eakins to get his experiences about CW.
How long did I teach in CW? I taught in CW for 2 years. What did I teach in TW? I taught mathematics courses, so I taught basically the entire kind of main sequence. I taught some of the pre-calculus courses, I taught calculus courses, and then I taught some of the upper level courses like geometry, discrete mathematics. What is something I will always remember about CW? I guess my biggest memory of CW is going to be the first year I was here, when we did a kind of a welcome back for all of the students in Department of STEM majors. And so we just kind of had this day where we played a lot of games outside, we played some cricket. We had like an atlatl sling trying to hit targets. We had a few other things, I think. I mostly just played cricket. And then, of course, we had Professor Merched go down to Postville to the kind of Asian supermarket and get a bunch of spices so that all of our Nepali students, you might remember 2 years ago, we had kind of a large influx of Nepali students. We're able to make a bunch of kind of Nepali dishes for food. And so that was a really nice kind of community building experience. So that's probably my biggest memory of CW.
Not only was CW used for academics, it was also used for entertainment. We're currently standing in the old CW Theater, where Upper Iowa campus legends Anita B. Graft honed her craft as an actress. One of my favorite memories from CW is that no matter what time of year it was always really hot in here. We also talked to Upper Iowa professor Doug McReynolds about his experiences and memories from CW.
I taught in CW from 1980 until they built this building in, what was that, 2008, 9? Well, when I was housed in CW, I taught pretty much the same things that I always teach: basic writing courses, advanced writing courses, literature surveys, upper level literature surveys. It was in the mid-1980s that we started developing a few film courses, African American literature, late 80s when I first taught that. Same, but basically the same courses that I still teach. I remember an invasion of gypsy moths in a tree just outside my office, and buildings and grounds being too busy, so getting a bug bomb myself and climbing up the tree and killing a bunch of gypsy moth larvae. I remember being able to look through the wall, through the cracks in the cement in my office in the winter at the and see the cold wind blowing in. I really do fondly remember the collegian offices, which were down in what was originally the staging area for the serving lines for the cafeteria back when CW was the cafeteria. But that was and we had that space retrofitted or refitted for our computers and our writing and whatnot for the Collegian, and it was a kind of a cool space down there. Other fond memories of Colegrove Walker. Jim Janicki's coffee. We had, see, boy, education and some of the sciences and math and English and speech and theater were all over there at the same time. And the old physics professor, Jim Janicki, who's long retired now, still living in Fayette, but he was in charge of making the coffee. And on Monday mornings, we would have pretty decent coffee. He had one of these big old percolators. And on Tuesday, he would just add a few grounds to the grounds that were already in there from Monday, and that would be our coffee for Tuesday. And on Wednesday, he'd add a few more grounds, and it was pretty nasty stuff by Friday.
Colegrove Walker Hall. Thank you for the memories.
In sports news, Peacock Athletics brought in Micah Thompson as the new head coach of the Peacock's women's basketball program. Our own Mitch Amy sat down with Coach Thompson to discuss the new era of Peacock women hoops.
My name is Micah Thompson. I am from Tulsa, Oklahoma originally. Oklahoma's home for me. It's where all my family is. So I love getting back there, and it's been great to get back to Iowa just because it's in the Midwest, and so it's just got a good home feel to it, like family. I've been looking to get into the NSIC. I think it's a great conference for women's basketball especially, and so I had circled it as a place anytime there were job openings. I was looking into them to see if they were a good fit for me and for my family as well. I've been married for 4 years to Ryan Thompson. He's from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, so his family's close and they're thrilled to be at all the games and to travel. My in-laws are just real basketball fanatics, so they could not be any happier that we're here. And then we have a 1-year-old son, Quincy, and he keeps us very busy. But I'm really excited. Division II is a great chance for me to be more involved as a mom in his life and to also incorporate my family into the basketball program. And for me as a coach, it's so important for me that, yes, I have my coaching life and I have my family life, but I don't want to keep those separate. I want them to overlap. I want the girls to see me as a mom. I want my family to see me as a coach, and for both to interact well with each other. Upper Iowa definitely was a great thing because it's a building process, and I think that's perfect for a first-time head coach. I can come in and really change things around, change the culture around, and build it from the ground up. Our goal for this year isn't necessarily wins or losses. We can't control whether or not the ball goes through the hoop or not. We can't control officials as much as we would like to, but our focus right now is that we buy into the process and that we're together as a team, that we're enjoying the game of basketball. I want the girls to have fun while they're out there, and I want it to be visible to our fans that they're having fun. So they're going to enjoy it. We're having fun while we're doing it, but at the same time we're working extremely hard to make sure that we're putting the best product on the basketball floor. I'm so excited that Carly Pagel's back. She's going to give us extreme strength and grit on the inside that we really need for rebounding. For guards, oh my goodness, well, I can't even tell you. We've got so many good guards that I'm really excited about, and young guards, guards that are already here that you're going to see just a totally different game from them. We've made some adjustments to some of the things that they do, and we're bringing back some of the style that they played in high school and where they really shined bright. And so I'm excited about that. You're going to see Blair Klosterman's a newcomer, so you're going to love her. You're going to love Carrie Fitzpatrick was a freshman last year. She's going to be out there this year. She's done some great things. As far as other bigs, Haley Martin, a big girl, real athletic. She's going to be able to grab some rebounds. Carly Garabal is going to be very strong for us as a rebounder as well. But our scoring could come from any of our guards, so I'm excited for the community to see that, and hopefully we can show some good improvement early on and an exciting game. We're going to hit some threes and want everybody to throw up their peacocks because we're excited about that.
All right, let's continue on with our sports theme by sending it over to Dane. Dane?
Hello and welcome back to Peacock Sports. We start with the women's Peacock soccer team. After struggling down the stretch, our ladies made it to the conference tournament as an 8 seed, but lost to the then 15-1 number 1 seed Minot State Beavers. The Peacocks finished the season with an 8-10 record and a 7-8 conference record. Coach James Price will look to use key returning starters like Kayla Petrie to continue to improve next season. Speaking of Petrie, she's our first Peacock profile.
My name is Kayla Petrie. I'm from Roscoe, Illinois. I'm a junior and I'm on the women's soccer team. I found Upper Iowa back when Coach Ball was here. I was at a showcase and he was there, and then after he left, Brian Diaz came in and I just did the recruiting process with him and then stuck here. What made me choose Upper Iowa was the family atmosphere. When I came here, it just felt like home. Went to other places and it just wasn't the same. Like all the team and stuff, and like the campus was small and I really liked that, and like the classes and stuff. When he gave me the call that he wanted to be on his team, it was a great relief. I always wanted to play college soccer, and to get that call, it just, like my dreams had come true. I didn't have, like, it was a weight lifted off my shoulders. I didn't have to worry about it anymore. I started playing soccer. I'm pretty sure my mom and my dad just kind of threw me into it. I think I was like 4, just wanted to get me into something. They said, go play soccer, and I said, okay. What made me decide to be a goalkeeper was when I played club, we didn't really have a lot of people play goalie. So my coach was like, do you want to try? And I said, I guess so. And I think I was like 9 or 10. Just kind of stuck with it. There was a point where I wanted to quit, didn't want to do it anymore, and my mom was like, you have to stay, just do it. And so kind of liked it, I guess. So anyone who motivated me would probably be my mom and my dad. They just told me to stick with it, and like when I didn't want to play anymore, they just kind of said, keep going. You were good enough, like just keep going. If I had to play another sport, I would definitely play basketball. I played varsity in high school and I played club, and I'd miss it, but I would like to think I'd still be good, but I don't know anymore. It's been a while since I touched the basketball. My superstitions before a game, they're kind of long. Before every game, I will listen to the same music, kind of go through that. I'll always put on my socks first, and then I'll put my left cleat on before my right, but tie my right before my left, and then I'll always tape my left shin guards before my right. And then like during warm-ups, I'll always put my left glove on before my right, but before games, I'll put my right before my left. And then at the start of every half, I'll put my water bottle on the left post and touch the post. My entire athletic career, my favorite memory would probably be beating Winona this year. We had big rivals, and that was just, to beat them at home for our first game was just an incredible feeling. To be the first to beat them as a nationally ranked team was great. Like, we knew it was a big game, and we just came out and we knew that we had to play the best that we could play, and we just had to play our game, and if we played our game, we knew we could win. Most people don't know that I have traveled to 25 states, not just like driven through them, but I've actually done stuff in 25 different states. Playing behind Caitlin was a blessing, I think. She was such a great player that being able to have that experience behind her kind of made me better. She was a great role model for me, and I wouldn't have wanted to play behind anybody else. Coming back from an injury was difficult. I mean, it was my 3rd shoulder surgery, so it was hard to keep going, but to keep going and get through that recovery process and to come back and play it's great to be back on the field again.
Another sport that finished up their season this last weekend was cross country. They finished the season at the NCAA Division II Central Region Championships in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. The Peacocks ran a time of 2 hours, 11 minutes, and 39 seconds, which was actually a minute and 17 seconds better than the conference meet they ran in the same place 2 weeks before. Senior Chandra Smith led the way with a 24:32 time and finished 150th overall. Fellow seniors Paige Davis and Mackenzie Kopich finished their careers as well, ranking 182nd and 196th. And Chandra Smith is our second Peacock profile of the show.
My name's Chandra Smith. I'm from Bloomfield, Iowa. I'm a senior and I run cross country. I actually found Upper Iowa just from a generic pamphlet, and at first I wasn't very interested, but then I noticed that it said that they were reinstating cross country, so I looked into the school a little bit more after that. I chose Upper Iowa because I like the coach and I really like the 2 classes at a time in the smaller feel of the campus. I was really excited. That was my first call from any school, so I was just really pumped overall to get a call and realize that I could keep running another 4 years. It's really cool. As a high school student, I sort of had the same experience where we built the program up, so when I came to college I knew it would be sort of the same experience, and I knew it would be a lot of hard work. And only 2 other girls from my freshman year have stayed the whole 4 years, so we often call ourselves the cross-country mothers, and it's just exciting to see the traditions and everything the program's gone through for 4 years. I started running track when I was in 7th grade, and then my track coach told me I might as well try cross-country, and I actually really liked it even better than track, so I started just from middle school and really liked it from there. I would play soccer because I played it from 2nd to 9th grade, and we didn't have it through our school. We played it through a rec center, and it was co-ed, and I was pretty good for girls back then. I don't know if I'd be any good at the collegiate level. I'd have to see. I definitely have to work on more of my skills because as a little kid it was obviously a lot easier. The president's team is the top athlete in each sport, has the highest GPA, and I take that with pride because you're a student athlete, you're not just the athlete first, and I really focus on academics because after all that's like what we're here for. And so to be on it for cross country, it just shows that I'm working hard, not only athletically but academically as well. I used to be a lot more superstitious in high school, but now I just have I have to have like the same sort of breakfast, and I wear like the same pair of socks, but other than that I don't have any big superstitions. In my entire career would probably be in high school, my senior year when I placed 3rd at state. I've been working really hard all 4 years, and it was exciting to see like I could place that well overall. That'd actually be this year at, we went to Beloit, Wisconsin, and we had sort of a funner race than most, and we got to go through some river crossings and jump some hay bales, so it was kind of fun to have a little lower key competitive meet, but have a lot of fun at the same time. I actually never learned how to ride a bike until I came to Upper Iowa because I thought Coach might have us doing a few bike workouts, so I thought I better learn because I live out in the middle of gravel roads and I never had to learn before. And I'm still not very good at it, to be honest. I'm taking LSAT in December, so I'll decide what law school I want to go to after I get my score back from that.
The wrestling season started with an outdoor home meet versus Truman State this last Thursday. So let's get to some highlights. First, we have Malik Williams over J.J. Durrell. Williams controlled the whole match, but it was actually pretty close throughout as he only won 13-8. Then we have Zach Bedditz with the first pin of the year over Zach Taylor, which really got the crowd fired up. Then we have Nick Georgian as he takes on Dustin McClintock. Georgian really took advantage of all of his chances and had a big victory of 16-3. Then we have Dalton Westerland over the Truman State wrestler. And Westerland does a great job of turning over the Truman State wrestler. And he takes the pin. Then on the last match of the day, we have Logan Hopp versus Austin Dovin. And just look at him bully Dovin to an 18-4 victory. The Peacocks went on to only lose one match on the night, getting a massive 38-3 win. The next Peacock match is the Luther Open in Decorah, Iowa, this Saturday. Good luck to our Peacocks. The women's basketball team this last Monday gave our home fans a little preview of what's to expect this season as our Peacocks beat the Wartburg College Knights 66-56 to claim bragging rights over Upper Iowa's oldest rival. Seniors Sam Ofsted scored 22, Carly Pagel scored 15 and grabbed 9 boards to lead the way, while other Peacocks had a huge impact, such as newcomer Blair Klosterman, who scored 16. Upper Iowa's first regular season game will be a part of the Dury Inn tip-off tournament in St. Joe's, Missouri, against Fort Hays State and Missouri Western State on November 11th and 12th. Good luck this season, ladies. The fall sports will unfortunately be closing out their seasons this weekend. Football and volleyball are two of these. They both look to finish up their seasons on strong notes. For football, they face the Minnesota State Mavericks, who edged the Wayne State Wildcats last weekend 41-30. And for volleyball, they are set to take on the number 2 ranked University Minnesota Duluth and St. Cloud State University in their last 2 regular season matches. Which brings us to our last Peacock profile for the show, the freshman volleyball ladies.
Hi, I'm Haley Pola and I'm from West Branch, Iowa.
I'm Anna Winter, I'm from Rochester, Minnesota.
I'm Haley Leapy, I'm from Fairbank, Iowa.
I'm Gabby Holmes and I'm from Algona, Iowa.
I'm Carly Ketchum and I'm from Manchester, Iowa.
I'm Kenzie Sokin, I'm from Ely, Iowa, and we're the
Volleyball Freshmen of 2016.
What made me think about Iowa was like, man, I only live 40 minutes away from here, so I mean, it's the closest campus to me, and it's just a small campus, and I didn't want to go anywhere big.
I chose Upper Iowa because of the close community feel. It's a small campus. Everyone gets to know everyone. Even on my visit, I felt that everyone was saying hi, and the girls on the volleyball team were all really nice when I first met them.
I really liked the small campus and the fact that it was only 2 hours from my home, and it's really pretty, and a lot of it is pretty new, like the dorms and stuff, so I really like that.
When I was growing up, my sister always played volleyball, and I didn't want to be anything like my sister, so I always vowed that I never would, and then I ended up being really tall, and so our varsity coach was like, hey, you should try out for club, so I was like, okay, and I fell in love with the game.
The person who motivated me to play volleyball was actually our high school varsity coach. She asked a bunch of girls in our grade to go out, and we formed a bond with her, and it was really nice.
When Coach gave me the call, I was really excited because I was looking at a couple different schools, but this one was really the one that I actually wanted to go to, so I was pretty excited.
So I actually am also on the track team here. I plan on high jumping for Coach Rucker this year, and I'm really excited. Looking forward to helping out the new program and really just stepping in and getting after it this year. So.
Another sport that I think I would be good at would be ping pong because I play it all the time. And I kick everyone's butt.
If I could play any other sport, I would want to play football because I love watching football and I'm an aggressive person, so I think that it would just be really fun to play.
If I could play any other sport, I would play basketball because I played basketball in high school, and I think I'd be good at it since I played in high school.
If I could play any other sport, I'd also play basketball. I played it throughout high school. And pool, I'm an aggressive person, and I'm usually taller than most of the people, so that helps.
So I'm very, very superstitious. For every game, I wear the same bra, I wear the same spanties, I wear the same socks, and I also do my hair the same way, and I wear the same headband since the beginning of the year. And I never change my knee pads throughout the season or anything, so I wear my knee pads both for practice and for games. So as you could say, I'm pretty superstitious.
So I wouldn't necessarily say I'm superstitious, just a little stitious. I just like to dance before games.
Favorite memories from Upper Iowa so far this year was when we played the University of Mary. We were down 16-4 and we ended up coming back and winning that game, so that was really exciting.
So transitioning from being a high school leader to now coming in and being one of the top recruiting classes for the Northern Sun Conference was, I'd say, difficult for all of us almost because everyone here is good and everyone in the conference is good. So coming into that, we're not just all top-notch players anymore. We kind of have to find a way to fit in, and I think we've done that really well on the team. Like step into our own roles.
Yeah. There's like a huge difference between being good in high school and being good in college. And it's like using each other to find that good mix and like understanding your role. It can be really tough to, get a rhythm, and like looking at our record, I don't think it necessarily shows what kind of a team we are, but we do have really good teams in the conference. And so it's all about perspective. Like if you look at just our record, it's like, yeah, it's not what anyone would necessarily hope for, but we're getting better at volleyball because we're playing some of the best teams in the nation.
They've definitely been really welcoming. Like they invite us over to their house multiple times, and just getting to know them has been a lot of fun.
They help us both off and on the court, so it's really nice. Like when we're struggling in practice, like if we're struggling in practice, like they're always there to pick you up. They're always there to help you get through it, and just like tell you like push through it. Like it's okay. Like you got it. Like just keep working hard. So they're really helpful and stuff like that.
So the funniest in the group, I say this pretty unanimous Kenzie.
Yeah. Kenzie's always cracking the jokes and just saying all these weird things that nobody has no idea what they mean. I would also pick Kenzie. She's very outgoing, so I mean nothing scares her. So.
And she is a really good singer. She sings in our room. Like she did show choir. She sings
in the shower.
It's good stuff.
Yep.
Thanks, guys.
Like we have our own built-in radio in our room.
Yeah. And she also likes to dance.
We're all good
at it.
Yeah, we're all good at it.
I mean, we're all playing at a collegiate level, so I mean, we all are good. So I mean, there's not just one individual that just stands out. Most of all, I think we're all equally good.
But if you want to go by most sports, it's
Kenzie
again.
She plays volleyball and track, so she's
Definitely Carl.
Yeah. Carl! Take it from me, I am her roommate, and she'll wake up and she'll be saying good morning, but it's like, dude, you don't need to scream, I'm right here across the room. But I love her to death. Thanks, guys. You're my best friend.
Finally, for my Peacock Shoutouts. They go to a pair of soccer seniors, Mackenzie Taldone and Ryan Pinkerton. Taldone was recognized for her outstanding play this season with a first-team all-conference honoring. She was a part of a defense that throughout her career had only surrendered 93 goals in 73 matches, which was a shot percentage of just .86%. Pinkerton was hungry in his last home game in Peacock Blue this last weekend versus the University of Mary. He had 4 shots on goal and put away 2 of those shots, leading the Peacocks to a 5-1 victory over the Marauders. And that's all we have for Peacock Sports. Back to you, Donnie and Jamina.
That's all we have for you today for Peacock Talk. Be sure to check us out on social media.
So long, take care, and remember, keep your feathers up.